because I'm a relatively mild-mannered man. I went to school and got that fancy education for a reason, because when you find your passion and when you have a purpose in your passion, then amazing things start to transform.
What do we want?
Social justice. Social justice.
Like we always do about this time.
Social justice.
If you sit around and wait for the one who's in power to make up his mind that you should end it, you'll be waiting a long time.
Social justice. Social justice.
You're living at a time of extremism, a time of revolution, a time when there's got to be a change.
Social justice.
And now there has to be a change, and a better world has to be built. And I, for one, will join in with anyone. Don't care what color you are, as long as you want to change this miserable condition that exists on this earth. Thank you.
This is a Social Justice Hour brought to you by the law office of Ernest B. Fenton. I am Attorney Ernest B. Fenton, your stop foreclosure attorney at the law office of Ernest B. Fenton, where we are more than just a law firm. We are consumer advocates, and what that means is that we are primarily interested in serving and protecting the rights of individuals and small businesses, no matter the opposition.
Get everything. Are you somebody out there? Damn right I'm somebody. Damn right I'm somebody. Get everything. Are you somebody out there? Damn right I'm somebody. Damn right I'm somebody.
Social justice.
Get everything. Are you somebody out there? Damn right I'm somebody. Damn right I'm somebody.
Today's topics will include 201 land trusts in 2011. If you own real estate, then you must place your property in the land trust. Exclamation mark, period. Whatever comes after that. We're going to talk about HAMP, the Home Affordable Modification Program, and we're going to talk about foreclosure. And we may even get to the worst people in the world, Bank of America. They're still up to their little shifty tricks. So if you're sending in documentation over and over and over again, and you're being told we lost your documentation, you didn't sign near the X, you didn't put a dot over the I. If you're getting that, if we need your driver's license, if you're being frustrated in the process of attempting to assert your right, and I'm about to get political on you. I never say things like this, but I'm about to, because it's leading up to something. As an American, if you're being hoodwinked and bamboozled as you attempt to get a loan modification, especially by the worst people in the world, that is Bank of America, you are not alone. Misery does love company. But you know what? We're not going to sit here and be content in our own misery because we're all in it together. Nope. Time out for that one. Let's get some real solutions. I know how to get real solutions to the attempt at obtaining a loan modification. There are some keys to it, and I'm going to give you a few of those keys today. Let's talk a little bit about the Illinois Hardest Hit Fund. You must know about this if you're more than 3 months behind on your mortgage payment. There is a fund available to you called the Illinois Hardest Hit Fund. You can go to the website. The website address is www.illinoishardesthit.org, and it's going to provide you the criteria to be eligible for up to, hear me out, $25,000 in assistance in paying your mortgage. So if you're behind on your mortgage, there is a program called the Illinois Hardest Hit Fund. And if you qualify, they will pay up to $25,000 of mortgage payments to you. Money. Let's hear that one more time. Let's hear the money. I like that. So we're going to talk a bit more about the Illinois Hardest Hit Fund. Okay. Now, this is what is going to have the lines blowing up. So get your pen out. Here's the call-in number, 773-591-1690. The number is 773-591-1690. That's the call-in number to the show. I want you to call in to the show, because today's topic, primary topic, will include or will be September 8th, 2011. I wish we had like some type of background noise that's like set up, when they have the news about to come on. Anyhow, September 8th, 2011, President Barack Hussein Obama, a monumental speech proposing the Americans Job Act, putting people back to work. Question is, too little, too late? Is it too little, too late, people? If you've already lost your home, is it too little, too late? If you look around, see the condition of our communities, is it really too little, too late? Is this political posturing in light of the fact that the election time is nearing? In fact, it is here. Are we being appeased? Are we really going to get some redress in our community? How about you on the south side of Chicago? Was there anything in that made you believe that it would mean something for you and your neighbor? If you heard the speech, I want to hear from you. I want to see if you really dissected what was being said. And how do we reconcile the promises of tomorrow for us today? In light of the fact that we were provided promises before under the auspices of the Troubled Asset Relief Program, which provided $1 trillion of funds to bail out the economy through the best means, which was, at least that's what they said, which was to give the money to the banks so that they didn't default or go belly up. And then in turn, they would lend money to people like you and me and to small businesses. And they would provide loan modifications to people who were struggling to pay their mortgage or an imminent threat of default or more than 31 days behind. Did the banks keep their promise? Did that $1 trillion of stimulus money trickle down to you and me? Well, I haven't gotten a bank loan. I've been bootstrapping it. I had to bootstrap my law firm. But maybe there are people out there who have received some bank loans. Maybe TARP actually worked. Are we being set up again? Is this just a big pile of mess once more so that we can have faith and belief in our president and the government and we can go out to the polls and vote? And what will invariably take place is perhaps, according to my assessment and many of you, because I've heard from you, perhaps then the same thing that always seems to happen happens once again under this, and that is the rich get richer and then poor folk get just enough. And is it our fault that we're not getting our fair share, our fair shake? Is there something that we should be doing right now to make certain that this Americans Job Act actually goes to our bottom line? What is it that we can do, people? I want to hear from you. Please call in at 773-591-1690. The call-in number is 773-591-1690. Now, don't do to me what you typically do, which is I'll talk for a little while and then my phone start blowing up right at the last minute. If you have something to say, don't be shy. You can be the first person. I wanted you to be the first person on the line, or I'm just going to continue on and I'm shutting it all down. The call-in number is 773-591-1690. Do you still have faith in your president? When he gave the money to the banks, $1 trillion, did he have you in mind? When he created the Americans Job Act, when he gave this phenomenal speech on the monumental day of September 8th, 2011, did he have you in mind? Let me give you a little snippet of something. This is quite strange. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But the president and his people put out sort of a checklist of how this new Americans Job Act statute or proposal would benefit black folk. They deemed it necessary to put out a checklist of how the American Jobs Act would benefit black folk. Now, do you actually believe that they did it because they're concerned about black folk, or did they do it because they understand that now that it's election time, you need to appeal to your base, and your base is black folk who voted for you. I believe it's something like 98% of African Americans voted for President Obama. Wouldn't you think that if you captured a market share of 98% from anything, from anyone, that then you probably pay some attention to those people, to that market? You have a 98% market share, or do you ignore your base, your core? I don't know. I'm a bit suspicious. I want to hear from you, 773-591-1690. I'm telling you now, I'm a bit suspicious, and I feel a little wrong for my suspicion because I'm asking myself, am I doing what we have historically done? My belief, which is soon as we see a brother get a little momentum, soon as we get somewhere in life, our station in life, then we start tearing one another down. I'm working on it. I'm going to go to one caller, but I want to invite more callers. 773-591-1690. Don't be scared. 773-591-1690. Sean, how are you? You're on the
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Social Justice Hour. I'm doing great.
You know what? I'm glad you called me out this morning, brother. And I'm going to take the call out because I was waiting on somebody else to call.
I got you slipping, huh?
Right, so that, I can see, what was really going on, bro. So thank you for calling me out.
No problem.
I don't think that anything is going to change, brother. Too little, too late. Now, had this been the first couple of months of his, tenure, then I can see, we probably can see the progress. But this all goes back to this brainwashing, mind-washing nonsense. First, we couldn't say nothing when he was running in the primaries. Then he won the primaries.
Just give him a chance to get into office, and then everything will be taken care of.
Now we can't say nothing because he got to run for re-election.
Now, okay.
How many more dreams, brother, can this man sell us?
Now, is he really selling us a dream? What more can he do, really? What's your expectation?
Let me tell you what he should have done. When they had the supermajority in the U.S. House of Representatives that were Democrats, they should have done something. When they had the supermajority in the U.S. Senate, Democrats, they should have done something. When they had a Democratic president, you had the perfect storm to do whatever you needed to do, especially for a group of people that voted for you 98% strong. Brother, that's all I'm saying. So I feel it was a missed opportunity. Now it's going to be, he say, she say. The Republicans not going to do it for you. The Democrats say we can't do it because, we have a Republican House. But, brother, it's just games, and I'm not falling for the okie doke. Yeah. They should have done something when they had the House, the Senate, and the presidency.
Hey, Sean, hold on one second.
Yes, sir.
I still want to hear from more people. 773-591-1690. The call-in number 773-591-1690. Let me piggyback on something that you said.
Yes, sir.
And you're a veteran, right?
Yes, sir. Honorable discharge veteran, brother.
That's right. So he and I are veterans. We've spoken before here.
Yes.
You just sparked something in me because even if this bill is passed, when will it be passed? It'll be passed sometime in 2012, right?
Well, it really depends.
I think this is earmarked. This is like 2012.
Yeah,
it's going to take a while before this is passed.
Yes.
It may be like the latter half of 2012. Then we don't know when most of these programs are supposed to kick in.
I agree.
It may be the end of 2012, 2013 before a lot of this even kicks in.
Yes, sir.
Point I'm getting at is if some of this kicks in and perhaps it does affect us directly, by the time it kicks in good, is it possible that we'll have a Republican president who'll just go back and reverse anything that could have been a benefit to us? Which begs the question that you raised, which is too little too late. See, it's all good and fine that you do something for us, but being a brilliant man like you are, President Obama, Harvard graduate, law review president, state senator, the president, he should have been able to calculate, I need to do something early so I can make certain that I have time to allow it to actually work.
Now, Brother Fenton, I know you are a scholar man. Me, I only have an associate's degree, and I'm proud of that, as well as being an honorable discharge veteran.
We're both veterans, yes, sir.
Can see this. Now, brother, under no conditions could the brightest